full rail up there to make it so they can install temporary parking. So you can see it's hanging about like a string.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to call the meeting to order for the Oxnard City Council for April 1st, 2025. Madam Clerk, may we have the roll call and the posting of the agenda?
Mayor MacArthur,
Here.
Councilmember Perallo,
Here.
Councilwoman Bettis,
Here.
Councilwoman Rodriguez,
Present.
Councilman Starr,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Teran.
Here.
The agenda for this meeting was posted in the kiosk at City Hall, the Oxnard Public Library, the city administrative offices, and also on the city's website on Thursday, March 20th. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Prior to closed session, we will take public comments on the closed session agenda. Can the city attorney provide a statement prior to the closed session?
The City Council will recess to a closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D1 to confer with its attorneys. The matter being discussed is Hendricks on the behalf of the United States versus JM Manufacturing. The City Council will also recess to a closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D4, based on existing facts and circumstances, to decide whether to initiate litigation in one potential case.
Thank you, City Attorney.
And Mayor MacArthur, for the record, we do not have any speakers virtually or in person for a closed session. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. At this time, the City Council will recess to a closed session. In at 6 p.m., we will begin the regular meeting. Yes. Okay. Councilwoman Bissell will be here in about 15 minutes, for the record. Thank you. You guys ready? Okay. Let's see. Hi, good evening, everyone. Just want to call the meeting back to order. We just returned from a closed session item. Just bringing it back to order for the Oxnard City Council for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. I'll ask the city attorney for any announcements to make following the closed session.
Thank you, Mayor. For item C2, the City Council, by a vote of 7-0, has directed the city attorney to initiate an action. The action, the defendants, and the other particulars shall, once unsealed, be disclosed to any person upon inquiry, unless to do so would jeopardize the city's ability to effectuate service of process on one or more of the unserved parties, or that to do so would jeopardize the city's ability to conclude existing settlement negotiations to its advantage. Thank you.
Thank you, city attorney. Madam Clerk, may we have the roll call and posting of the agenda, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance that's going to be led by one of our very own, Jonathan, from Pacifica High School.
Councilwoman Basua?
Here.
Mayor MacArthur?
Here.
Councilmember Perallo?
Here.
Councilwoman Perez?
Here.
Councilwoman Rodriguez?
Present.
Councilman Starr?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Teran?
Here.
The agenda for this meeting was posted in the kiosk at City Hall, the Oxnard Public Library, the city administrative offices, and also on the city's website on Thursday, March 20th. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll turn it over to you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. So as we do for each of our city council meetings, we'll be having the opening with the Pledge of Allegiance from a student. Today's student is from Pacifica High School, and I'll invite him and Ms. Carter up. So Mr. Jonathan de Rosas Hernandez, if you'd like to come up and lead us in the pledge, followed by a few minutes of his story and his journey.
Yeah.
Hats off.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, which issues public, which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Rosas. I'm a junior at Pacifica High School. I've been asked to come and share a little bit about myself. I was born in Mexico and raised in Oxnard. In my freshman year, I was involved in gang affiliation stuff. I got involved in the neighborhood I grew up in. For the 2 years, I made some bad choices while I was at Pacifica. I got into fights, problems. I didn't really care about my grades as much. Over the last year, I had a talk with Mr. Ramirez. He helped me realize that I have a lot of opportunities that not a lot of kids have. It made me realize how lucky I am, even represent PHS. I learned from my mistakes that it's not always about the fights and problems, mostly to become better for yourself and your family. I really wanted to be someone in life, and now I am making the right choices so I can be. I now go to 2 schools, Condor, Pacifica, and I am ahead credits, and I have a 3.2 GPA. I also work in construction for the last 2 years on the weekends, have learned more about what it takes to work hard. After I graduate, I want to become a firefighter or a welder, and I look forward to being able to provide a good life for myself and my family. Thank you for having me here. I also wanted to thank my mom and dad, my brothers for their love and support. I want to thank to Mr. Ramirez for his patience. I want to thank to Ms. Carter for helping me realize who my true friends are. I want to thank Ms. Steph for helping me. She has given me with my school work and always being there. And Mr. Hernandez for always being understanding. Those people have supported me and have never given up on me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. That was amazing. I appreciate you being willing to share your journey and all the things that you've seen and experienced. And you, to me, are an absolute example of it's never, ever too late to turn things around and make the choices that are the best choices for you. And only you know what those are. We can't make them for you. Your parents can't make them for you. People can support you in those choices, and I'm glad that you've looked at and been able to make the choice that you think is going to be best for you and has led you on a positive path. And thank you for giving shout outs to all the folks who are here. If you wouldn't mind, we could have them stand and maybe introduce each of the people here with you, including Principal Ramirez, who you gave a shout out to as well. Go ahead and introduce them if you'd like.
There's my teacher, Miss Carter. I got my mom, my dad, and Mr. Ramirez, the principal, and my two little brothers.
Thank you so much. And so certainly the mayor has a certificate here for you that he signed, and we'd love to have you come up here and receive it, and we'll get some pictures.
This is exactly, Jonathan, why we have such a high admiration as a community for our educators, because of the impact they play. And I certainly know your principal personally, what an outstanding human being, and the impact, right? He's here supporting you as a student. And so we're so lucky to have the principal here and people like him representing and leading our city and the educational community. So thank you, Chris. Yeah, come on up. Jonathan, we have a really nice certificate for you. Thank you so much. Good job, absolutely, good job. Felicidades por... Hola, mijo. Hola. Felicidades, ¿no? Sí, claro que sí. Hi, thank you.
Congratulations on your grades. Congratulations.
You want to say a couple of things? You want to say a couple of things? We have your certificate. I'll pass it over to you, and I'm going to give you the certificate. Good job.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to speak on this one. I wanted to make it about our student here, Jonathan Rosas. But it gives me great pleasure to know that the city of Oxnard is recognizing students and gives us, as administrators, the opportunity to recognize one of our students. I have many to recognize that share similar stories like Jonathan's, but just something about this young man stood out, and I really want to make sure that I not only myself, but the city of Oxnard recognizes his effort and the success. Just hearing, just realizing where he was at just a couple years ago to where he's at now, I am certain, I'm more than 100% sure that he's going to make big things happen in the near future and make not only his family proud, but the city of Oxnard proud, because that's what it's about.
Congratulations again, Jonathan. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the ceremonial items. The first subject is the presentation of a proclamation designating the week of April 6th through April 12th, 2025 is Library Week in the city of Oxnard. For that, I'd like to call up Kathleen Ashmore, the library director, to receive this proclamation. Thank you, Kathleen. I should just left my chair up there. Yeah. Kathleen, yeah, come on up. Here, I don't know if you want to say a couple comments or anything. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you to Mayor MacArthur, City Council members, and the public for recognizing National Library Week and the importance of the libraries to the communities of Oxnard. National Library Week is an opportunity to reflect on the impact of libraries and the communities they serve, as well as an opportunity to show appreciation to those who do all of the amazing work. Libraries are many things to many people. For some people, it's a place they go to explore worlds through the magic of reading. For some people, it's a place that provides tutoring to those who otherwise can't get it. For still others, it's a place to improve their quality of life, whether it's a simple print off of their resume or a place to take classes for ESL or workplace development. For still others, it's the only social or creative outlet that they have through crafting or exploring interests. And for many, it's a respite from life if it's only for a short time. Libraries are so much more than a place that holds books. We are a third space, hubs of a community, centers for creativity, and a rest for many. I wanted to share some of my team's excellent work over the year. The past year, Oxnard Public Library has had over 167,000 visits to our 3 locations. We've had over 14,000 people attend 947 programs. We've had over 180,000 items checked out. That includes our physical collection, our digital collection, and our library of things, which includes a C3 Ren kit, convection ovens, telescopes, all sorts of fun stuff. We've participated in 63 outreach events, and those are within the community from schools, festivals, and community outreach events. And we're just getting started. We are working very hard to reinvent the library. We're working to improve the layout, the services, the infrastructure for each of our branches, updating our libraries to be more responsive to our communities. Thank you for our continued support for the work that we do to serve our community here in Oxnard. I'd like to thank you to the amazing team that's beside me and those who couldn't make it. And if you happen to be in the library this week, please show some appreciation for all of the work they do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, names. Erin is our adult services programmer at the main library. Tammy, she does our tech services. She does the collection management, ordering, processing, all that fun stuff. Krista is our children's librarian at Sobel. We have Patty, who is our children's librarian here at Maine. Onita is one of our Friends of the Library members. And then Leah is our administrative assistant, and she is the one who runs things. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. Absolutely. Let me read that proclamation real quick. I can certainly attest to what Kathleen said. I spent many times when I was in high school, the old library where the fire station is now. I won't talk about the unreturned books. I won't mention that up here. But we spent a little bit of time writing this proclamation. Just want to read it. Whereas the libraries spark creativity, fuel imagination, and inspire lifelong learning, offering a safe space where individuals of all ages can explore new ideas and be drawn to new possibilities. And libraries serve as vibrant community hubs and third spaces, connecting people with knowledge, technology, and resources while fostering civic engagement, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. Libraries provide free and equitable access to books, digital tools, and innovative programming, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of backgrounds, have the support they need to learn, connect, and thrive. Libraries partner with schools, businesses, and organizations, connecting the dots to maximize resources, increase efficiency, and expand access to essential services, strengthening the entire community. Whereas libraries empower job seekers, entrepreneurs, and lifelong learners by providing access to resources, training, and opportunities to support career growth and economic success. And libraries nurture young minds through story times, STEAM programs, and literacy initiatives, fostering curiosity and a love of learning that lasts a lifetime. And libraries protect the right to read, think, and explore, standing as champions of intellectual freedom and free expression, and dedicated librarians and library workers provide welcoming spaces that inspire discovery, collaboration, and creativity for all. Libraries, librarians, and library workers across the country are joining together to celebrate National Library Week under the theme Drawn to the Library. So myself and here as a council, we're proclaiming April 6th through the 12th as 2025 Library Week. So thank you so much, Kathleen, and all of your staff. Thank you. Get together? Yeah.
Why don't you guys get in the middle? We'll stand around.
Yeah.
Short people.
He's right behind you. So you can be right in front. Yeah. Come a little taller. So come a little, yeah. Absolutely.
I do have to make a shameless plug. This Saturday, no, the 12th of April is our local author showcase. We have, I believe it's 29 local authors from Ventura County and Oxnard that's going to be present with their books and a lot of different crafts and tables. So definitely come out and check us out.
Which libraries, what time?
This is at the main library, April 12th, and it's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
We'll move on to the next ceremonial item. This is the presentation of a proclamation designating the month of April 2025 as Arts, Culture, and Creativity here in the city of Oxnard. And for that, I'd like to call up Gabriel Islas, Elisa Torres, Cesar Aldana, Luis Campa, Juana Martinez, and Julia Estrada from the city of Oxnard. Come on in. You want to read the proclamation? You want to?
Oh, do you want me to? Okay.
Get you one right now.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, Gabriel Islas.
I'll be
Okay,
here.
Gabriel Islas.
Oh, here, I'm going to take one of them. I need one. The mayor asked me to read it, so I'll give it back to you. Okay, so the mayor has asked me to read the proclamation. If we can. All right, and everybody gets one, but I'm going to borrow Gabriel's for just a second here. All right, so we have a proclamation for April 2025 for Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month. Whereas April is Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month, a statewide celebration first established by the California legislature in 2019. And whereas the city of Oxnard believes that arts, culture, and creativity are essential to a thriving community. And whereas arts inspire discovery, lifelong learning, and joy. And whereas culture creates connections, encourages understanding, and strengthens community. And whereas creativity sparks innovation, growth, and positive change. And whereas arts organizations that serve the city lead efforts to advance the arts through programs, partnerships, and the community building initiatives. And whereas this collective work at the local level and throughout the state encourages racial equity, uplifts our community, and changes our lives for the better. Now, therefore, our Mayor, Louis A. MacArthur, Mayor of the City of Oxnard, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month, and encourages everyone to join in the celebration. Congratulations to you all. And do we have a lead person who would like to say a few words to start with? Ms. Estrada.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of City Council for taking on this effort and making this proclamation. On behalf of the City of Oxnard, the Culture Arts Division of the Culture and Community Services Department is proud to celebrate Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month through all of our programs. In the 6 years since its creation, the Culture Arts Division has successfully integrated arts into every facet of our department with the vision of art is for everyone. We reach over 7,700 youth through year-round educational art and movement programs, 52,335 people through our drop-in recreational art programs, and 57,447 people through our special events that feature art components. This month, we'll also be celebrating World Art Day on April 15th, where you can visit all of our drop-in sites for a special art project to be featured in our annual art gala that will be held on April 24th at the Oxnard Pal Gym. For information on where you can find all those World Art Day programs, visit our social media using the handle @OxnardRec, and you can see the whole schedule. Also here in Chambers, you can see art throughout the year from the City of Oxnard programs. Yesterday was Cesar Chavez Day, and we are honoring him through the 2 canvas paintings hanging here in Council Chambers, completed by one of our Senior Services and Arts Academy instructors, Vivian Sandoval. The canvases celebrate the work of Cesar Chavez and will proudly be displayed in Council Chambers for the entire month. Thank you again, Mr. Mayor and Council members, for recognizing Arts and Culture and Creativity Month.
Absolutely. Carolyn, anybody want to say anything?
Hi, I'm Carolyn Marina Mullen, the Executive Director of the Oxnard Performing Arts Center. Thank you for inviting us to be a part of the celebration today. More than anything, we just wanted to switch the light back onto our local artists because they are the ones doing the work, beautifying our community, educating our youth, and just overall making this a beautiful and vibrant place that we call home. So I'm going to let you say a few words. Is that okay? Okay. Teo.
So, oh, yeah, you can hear me. Okay, so my name's Theo. I'm on the board for the OPAC, and I'm on the commissioner on the arts and cultural arts for the city of Oxnard. And I just want to say and just express how important art is to me, and I just really believe in art being a way for all of us to just express ourselves, express ideas, and just connect community. All right, and I love the work that you all have been doing. I love that we're celebrating this month, and I'll hand over the mic now to the next person. So thank you.
Thank you, Theo.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Islas. It's very nice to meet all of you. Just wanted to say that I am a landscape painter. I'm the curator of creativity at the Santa Paula Art Museum and a teaching artist. And I have taught youth classes at Oxnard Performing Arts Center in both painting and drawing. And I believe that art education provides structure for creativity, expression, and identity. Art has the power to make a statement, highlight beauty, and process trauma. As a young artist growing up in Oxnard, the teachers and artists who fostered my growth helped me find my own voice. And I only hope that I can help our youth in their own journey. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, Gabriel. Thank you. I don't have anything amazing to follow up with that because, like, how do you top that? But that's the great thing about this community is that we get to meet people like Gabriel, like Luis and Theo, Elisa, who's not here, but she is in my mind. I'd like to thank OPAC for giving me multiple opportunities to teach the youth in the community by even creating Andale and leading it and hiring a bunch of local talent to really highlight them. Just this art community is amazing, and I'm so upset that it took me so long to figure that out, and now I get to flourish in it and hopefully highlight a bunch of local artists as well. Muchas gracias a mis padres por dándome la oportunidad. Vienen de Michoacán, Copándaro, y pues me dieron la oportunidad para ayudar a mi comunidad y pues aquí está tu hija.
Hello, my name is Luis Fernando Campa. I graduated last summer in a Bachelor's in Studio Arts. I'm currently teaching an after-school program in Santa Paula Elementary School at the basics of media arts or digital art. And especially in the age of AI, where so many people feel like art is this mystical talent, I can assure you that an 8-year-old is very capable of making art. They rather use their imagination. I learn from them almost every single day, and it's just kind of fascinating seeing how my generation views art versus how their generation views art. And it's very hopeful seeing them get so focused on the art they make. And I also sorry, I'm like overwhelmed. Also, what Jenny said, this is a very amazing community, and I also realized that a little too late as well. So thank you for this opportunity.
Good afternoon. My name is Cesar Aldana. I'm a printmaker and also an art teacher at Blackstock Junior High. I'm honored to be here with the other artists here, and thank you, Council, and thank you, OPAC, for recognizing us. I agree with a lot of what these artists say, and my thing is to go to school and teach art to kids. It's almost like a dream come true. So everything I agree with everything they said, and I push that to all my students and to my daughter back there, who's also an inspiring artist herself. So thank you again.
Sorry, one thing, because I almost forgot, but I did also want to take a quick second and recognize David Yoshitomi from the County of Ventura Arts and Culture. He has been awesome and super supportive of arts in Oxnard as well.
Thank you, everybody. We're just a big arts community, so I'm really grateful that all of you are here and contributing to what makes the fabric of our community, which is the arts. So thank you so much for all you do individually. Thank you. Thank you, Carolyn, for the OPAC. Thank you. I'm sorry, Ms. Correa, one more. We have one more proclamation, and this is for the designating the month of April 2025 as the Fair Housing Month in the city of Oxnard. And for that, Rebecca Elliott. Thank you, Ms. Elliott, President of Ventura County Board of Realtors.
Hi there, Gabriela. Hello, Julio. Good to see you, my friend. There's three of them.
Hi, how are you?
All right. So I was tasked with reading the proclamation. So, proclamation for Fair Housing Month, April 2025. Whereas April 10th, 2025 marks the 57th anniversary of the passage of the Fair Housing Act, Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, as amended, which enunciates a national policy of fair housing without discrimination and encourages fair housing opportunities for all. And whereas the Ventura County Coastal Association of Realtors and the Real Estate Fraud Advisory Team is committed to highlight the Fair Housing Act by continuing to address discrimination in our community, to support programs that will educate the public about the right to equal housing opportunities, and to plan partnership efforts with other organizations to help assure every one of their rights to fair housing. And whereas the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics commits all realtors to providing equal professional services without discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, familial status, handicap, sexual orientation, gender identity, and national origin. Now, therefore, the mayor, Luis MacArthur, so I'm Gabriela Rodriguez, mayor of the city of Oxnard, does hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Fair Housing Month in the city of Oxnard, and ask that all residents in our community to join in reaffirming our obligation and commitment to fair housing opportunities and civil rights for all. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the city of Oxnard to be affixed this first day of April 2025. So on behalf of our mayor and the city, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us this evening. I'm Rebecca Elliott, President, 2025 President of the Ventura County Coastal Association of Realtors. We have over 2,000 members in our association. April marks the 57th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act, as you said, Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, and Fair Housing Month across the country. As realtors in Ventura County, we are committed to highlighting the Fair Housing Act by continuing to address discrimination in our communities and to support programs that will educate the public about the right to equal housing opportunities, and to plan partnership efforts with other organizations to help ensure everyone of their rights to fair housing. To that end, while the process of finding and buying a home has certainly changed over the last several decades, and generally for the better, more than 50 years after the passage of the Fair Housing Act, discrimination persists, and many communities remain segregated. We appreciate a proclamation from this council recognizing April as the National Fair Housing Month, and we hope you will join us in the year-long commemoration of the Fair Housing Act in Oxnard and across Ventura County. We urge all citizens who wholeheartedly recognize this by celebrating it throughout the year. And I wanted to let you know, our public statement is we're having a fair housing event on April 23rd in Santa Paula at the Ag Museum from 11:30 to 3:30. And you can visit our website at vcrealtors.com for further information. And we thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
I didn't introduce Julio Gomez, a board member. I'm so sorry, but he surprised us and showed up tonight. So Julio works really hard.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Picture? Thank you so much. Oh,
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Elliott.
Fellow mayor and fellow council members, I would like to thank very much all of the people that are recipients and the actions the city takes to recommend, because any type of discrimination or fraud or abuse of the ability to be in a home correctly under the laws is significant in this community. And I've pledged in the past that I will go after anybody that is taking advantage of that. That's my word. The second, I would like to, it would be totally wrong for me not to say anything on this matter. The arts in the community is a tremendous thing, but several weeks ago we had a meeting here where there was an issue about the performing arts. And there was not enough credit given to our Parks and Recreation Department in the city of Oxnard. It became a mob scene, and a tremendous amount of accolades were given that were undeserved, that the Parks and Recreation Commission had not done what was appropriate. They told the truth, they did not lie, And I'm very proud of those individuals that work in our City of Oxnard Parks and Rec. I was embarrassed with some of the statements that were made against them. Thank you, Mayor.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Perlo. If there are no other comments, we'll go to the next item on the agenda, and that's item F, for public comments for items not on the agenda. Madam Clerk, do we have any speakers? Are these the speaker cards for this item? Okay. We'll start with Reverend Roger Labonte, followed by Ms. Pat Brown. Is the Reverend here? Oh, yes. Thank you, Reverend.
Good evening. Before I begin, I'd like to let you know that I do have Parkinson's disease, and so if I'm not legible, you don't understand it, please raise your hand. I appreciate that. I'll just repeat myself. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Reverend Roger Labonte, a Roman Catholic priest. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, at which time I decided to retire and be inactive, as I need to focus on my recovery, exercising on a daily basis. Upon retiring, I decided to move back to where I was first assigned after ordination, Oxnard, a beautiful, quiet, peaceful community. And so it was, I relocated from my parish on Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, to an assisted living community on Gonzales Road. Little did I realize at the time that I was moving from an area where the nighttime air was often filled with police sirens and choppers, to a neighborhood where we are often awakened at times at night and early morning with cars souped up with altered mufflers. They speed down what I call Gonzales Speedway, from Outlet Drive to Rice Road. The noise seems to be getting louder and louder. One night the noise was so extreme that it woke me up, and then proceeding to intensify, I thought sure the car was about to crash through my window. As a result, I fell out of bed, hitting my face against the nightstand, bleeding on the floor. I thought to myself, this is getting out of hand. I called the police department several times, and they would inform me that the officer assigned to the area will be informed, and there's nothing more that they can do. I have a suggestion that I know there's not too much you can do, but I know you can't put in speed bumps because we have fire trucks and rescue squads going down that street. I know they come to our place too. But there's got to be something we can do to make the community back to the peaceful community that I remember when I was first ordained. So I came up with the idea that just as there's a mandate to have our cars smog inspected, what about mandating that altered mufflers be inspected and not be installed on cars? And I understand it's not just Gonzales Road. It's a problem that's growing throughout Oxnard and Camarillo community. But I live in Oxnard and I'm concerned about Oxnard. I'm just curious as to what does an officer do if a car passes by making an extreme noise? Do they address it at the time? Do they do anything? So I'd just like to ask the committee to maybe put this on an agenda sometime.
Thank you, Reverend. Thank you so much for coming in here and making those comments. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Pat Brown.
I have a solution for him. Stay, because I have a solution for your problem. Right in the middle of Oxnard. I have to use a hearing device because of all the noise and whatnot when I go to the airport 3 days a week. I'm a volunteer at the Aviation Museum. And those old airplanes make a lot of racket. They vibrate too. So that's what's happened. So anyway, the reason that I'm here is up here speaking tonight is because we have a very serious problem here in Oxnard that apparently nobody is really very aware of. It's all the homeless people who gather in what they think are hidden places, in alleyways, and I got them right here in downtown Oxnard, in an alley. And what the